Good morning, dear students. I am taking revision. I am teaching chapter 9, and name of the chapter 9 is the living organisms and their surroundings. And yesterday I taught you about the characteristics of the living things. What are the characteristics of the living things? And yesterday I told you about the cellular organization, and second I told you nutrition, and now I will tell you respiration. What is the respiration? You know that all living things respire all through day and night. In other words, they take in or breathe in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide. You know that they living organisms, living things respire all through day and night, and they take or breathe in oxygen and from the air and gives out the carbon dioxide, and the oxygen is used to produce energy from the food consumed by the organisms, and the energy thus produced is utilized to perform various activities by the living beings. And in plants, exchange of gases, carbon dioxide and oxygen, and mainly takes place through the leaves, and leaves contain minute pores as mentioned earlier, through which gases are moved in and out. In animals, different mechanisms are present for exchange of gases. For example, as the green plants can prepare their food, and they are called the autotrophs. Auto means self, trophs means food, and are made of nutrition, and the mode of nutrition is called autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic mode of, what is autotrophic mode of nutrition? As the green plants can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So this is the called the auto means self, trophs means food. So self nutrition. And animals on the other hand are heterotrophs. Hetero means other, trophs means food. Since they cannot prepare their food, and the mode of nutrition is called the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And you know that earthworms breathe through the skin. Earthworms breathe through the skin, and fish have gills, and frog through moist skin and lungs, and human, cows, buffaloes, dog, cat and lions through lungs. So different organisms have different mechanism to breathe. Just like earthworm breathe through the skin, and fish breathe through the gills. Frog, actually it is amphibious. They live on both as well as the water and land. So when they are in the water, then they are taking breathe through the skin, and when they are on the land, then through the lungs. And human, cows, buffaloes, dogs, cats and lions through the lungs. To show the prepare of carbon dioxide in the breathed out air, take lime water, lime dissolve in water in a clean test tube, and gently breathe out into the lime water test tube through a straw. What happens? Lime water turns milky, showing the presence of carbon dioxide in the breathed out air. Now growth. Now you are familiar with the growth of a baby into an adult, and likewise you might have noticed the pup of a dog grow into an adult. Similarly, a germinating seed grow into a plant, and growth is a permanent and irreversible process. All living things grow from a single cell, and the pattern of growth, however, is different in plants and animals. All living things grow, whereas non-living things do not grow. And growth, if present in non-living things, is external, as it takes place by adding matter externally, and it is reversible. Growth in living things takes place by the addition of new body material called the protoplasm, and thus it is internal. Now excretion. What is the excretion? Excretion, removal of waste products from the body is called the excretion. What is the excretion? Removal of waste products from the body is called the excretion. And accumulation of waste products is harmful for the body, and waste materials are excreted mainly through the form of urine, sweat and carbon dioxide by the living animals. And simple unicellular organisms like amoeba, bacteria remove wastes through their body surface. And you know that in case of plants, carbon dioxide and water vapor are excreted from small pores in their leaves. And you know that in some plants, wastes are given out in the form of gums and thick fluid that is called the latex. And in case of trees like that of acacia, a brownish sticky substance, that is the gum, is found on the tree trunk, that is the stem. And gum is a waste given out by acacia plant. Similarly, if you break the twig of a rubber plant or madar calotropis, scientific name of madar is the calotropis plant, you will find a thick fluid coming out, and this is the latex. Latex from the rubber plant is used in many ways like tire manufacture. Reproduction. You know that all living organisms have the ability to produce young ones of their own kind. For example, a cat produces kittens who grow into adults. Cats. A hen lays eggs which hatch into chicks. And finally, producing hens or roosters. A mango tree bears fruits which possess seeds. The seeds develop into a young seedlings and is due to course of time into a tree. And this means that living things can make more of their own kind, but you can never make a table or chair to do like this. Movement. You know that living things show movement, whether it is plants, whether it is animals, they show movement. Every day you see the animals, birds, insects moving from one place to another. And most plants are fixed to the soil, but they are also show movement. The movement in the plants is not the same as in animals, like walking, running, swimming or flying. In plants, stem move towards the light, and the roots grow downwards in the soil and in search of water, and in sunflower plant, the flowers change their position to face the sun. And in small microscopic plant like the alga, that is a Chlamydomonas, the whole plant moves about in water. And some animals like sponges, corals and sea anemones do not move from place to place. And